Don't tell me you were sweating.
I was about to cancel.
Welcome to another episode of JJW Sports Chat. I'm your host, Will the Thrill, and along with me is my tag team partner,
I'm
Josh.
just Josh, and we're here with another show.
I was waiting.
That's what I was waiting for, the tag team partner part, you douche.
I know. Sucky now.
NBA All-Star. Yes, the title is NBA All-Star Game because that's the big thing that happened over the weekend. But before we get into that, there is some NFL news. Before we get into the NBA, because that will be focus. Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans has decided to come back for a 13th season next year. So he is going to play. He announced it today. Robert Woods, wide receiver, signs a one-day contract with the Rams and announces retirement after 13 seasons in the NFL.
Good for him. Kudos.
And then the big news is the Dolphins have released Tyreek Hill.
And Bradley Chubb, a linebacker.
Yes. But Tyreek Hill is the big news.
Yeah, he's the big one from that.
Yes. He's a free agent, means he can go anywhere. But I know he has some trouble going on, and I think that's why the Dolphins wanted to.
That was part of it.
Part of why they moved on from him.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that. So
and he's still recovering from his ACL and Achilles tear.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that with other if teams look at him or whatnot for next season. And it also depends on how he recovers from that injury. That's not easy. That's gonna be a long road. So now, like I said, since the NBA All-Star Game is the main focus, I guess. What do you got for us, Will? I did not watch it. I guess before you get into it, I don't know what his name is, because Crystal couldn't remember neither. But during the slam dunk contest, somebody did a backflop.
That was Jace Richardson, the son of slam dunk champion Jason Richardson.
Yes. I knew you were going to say that. I remember his dad. I remember Jason.
Yep, this is his son.
Okay.
Whose first dunk he did do for his dad. So that definitely kudos to him for doing the signature dunk that his dad did right from the jump. Yeah, he did the dunk. And they were very concerned because he banged his head hard. Even in slow motion, It looked hard. But he got up. He even said, I'm okay, I'm good. But still, anything with the head in that hardwood. Yeah.
I've hit my head quite a few times on that hardwood. Guess what? Hardwood wins every time.
Yeah.
Even with my hard head, hardwood wins every time. Why is my? But I couldn't tell you anything else about the All-Star game.
Well, an important fact is Damian Lillard, who hasn't played one single game since being traded to the Portland Trail Blazers because of his Achilles that happened last season. Back with the team that helped make him who he is today. Played in the All-Star game, signed up for the three-point contest, and joins a very, very valuable club of being a third-time winner. He beat Devin Booker on his final shot. Actually, Devin Booker was close to pulling off the upset, as Damian Lillard does take home the three-point contest trophy, and he joins Larry Bird and Craig Hodges as being a 3-time champion in that event. So kudos to you, Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar, for those who know him of his rapping career. And he's actually not a bad rapper.
Reggie didn't do it? Make
No.
3?
Nope.
That's surprising.
Nope.
Him and Allen is surprising.
Allen, I think, only won it either once or twice.
Yeah, I knew at least I knew Allen won it.
I knew he at least won it once.
I remember that. That's when I was still watching.
Yeah. And it was in a 3-peat. It was 3 on 3 that made it to the finals. It was Klay Thompson, and Devin Booker. Those were the other guys.
I know Booker's name. He's a big-time gamer. Plays a lot of Call of Duty.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. That's his, what do you call it? His downtime recuperating.
Yep. He streams and everything. Yep.
If it's funny that we're talking about the All-Star weekend, because I actually really wanted to hit this as our talk of the town.
That's why I put it. It was a big thing this weekend.
Yeah. There's several things I definitely want to talk about with the NBA. This All-Star weekend, which started Friday. It always starts off with the celebrity All-Star game. I couldn't tell you who won the celebrity game. I might hold on. Let me look that up. That's the nice thing about phones. You can look stuff up as we're talking. But the celebrity game was somewhat entertaining for those. They did have a couple NBA legends that was on the team, and when I do mean legends, like people well known, Jason White Chocolate Williams was playing on one team, and it's funny because he was on team Anthony Anderson. And one of his assistant coaches, make sure I'm not going to butcher his name because he is one hell of an actor. Donald Frazier from Scrubs.
Scrubs.
Yep. He was the assistant.
And he's also in the T-Mobile commercials, but he was also in Clueless.
Yep. He was a big part in Clueless.
But Team Giannis, I always I know I'm
Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had his older brother and his youngest brother. Go ahead.
I defeated Team Anthony because you were looking for the thing 65-58. That was the celebrity game.
Yeah, I found it just as soon as you said that. But here's where I kind of had an issue with. You notice I said Anthony Anderson's team. He had not many NBA players on that team. But on Antetokounmpo's team, they did have several NBA players on that team. One is Jeremy Lin Sanity, if you ever remember hearing about that, Josh. The kid went to Stanford, wasn't really able to make it to the NBA, got picked up, played for the Knicks, got really popular for probably a couple weeks of that because it started the Linsanity montage, and then just I think he is an NBA champion because he was on the team with the Lakers during the bubble. I think that's how he got his ring. But they had the tallest NBA player in history, Taco Fall, on that team. And he dominated. That was the one thing I did not like about that, is that he dominated in that. 20 points, 21 rebounds.
But he didn't get MVP.
No, he did not. Rome Flynn was the MVP in the first. Well, I don't want to say first, but because Kevin Hart went back to back, but I think most of his was just because he was popular, not because of any stat numbers, but points wise, yes. Rome Flynn, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's an actor, musician. But yeah, he had.
He's known for being on The Bold and the Beautiful.
Yes.
He's known for
so,
Bold
like
and
I
the
said,
Beautiful.
he's an actor.
Okay.
Glorilla was also playing rapper. Simu Liu, I definitely butchered that, but if the other guys watch Chin Chi, he's also in a couple other series. He's in Barbie. He's the Asian Barbie, if you didn't know. ESPN's Sham Charana, however you say that.
Yeah.
He does all the info on the trades and everything, and yeah, I thought that was funny that he was on Team Giannis since he talked about Giannis all season. And also Giannis did not get traded this year. So you could tell he's probably upset about that.
Yeah. So it looks like Anderson only had one
NBA
NBA
star.
player.
Yep.
But you know what? You can't go wrong with him neither, though.
No. And the thing is,
you want a point guard, I take him.
Yes. Yes, because he has great handling. And
white chocolate.
It's white chocolate. Straight bald finesse. He brought the streets to the pros.
Do you know how he got? Do you know how he got into the NBA?
Well, he went. Didn't he go to Florida?
But what really got him noticed was he was doing N1 videos.
Yeah. He said he couldn't do a lot of other things, but dribbling and passing was the only way he knew how to get picked for teams.
Yep. My man was.
I've been watching a bunch of his shorts and listened to him talk.
He was something else to watch.
No, you know who else was nice to watch and I thought should have got MVP if Anderson's team won, because that's whose team he was on. Keenan Allen of the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, NFL player. Yep.
He was there to prove a point, and it's a shame he did not get it because he was playing. He was really playing that game. I think he had a couple key blocks. He also dunked the ball, I want to say. He showed how athletic, for an NBA player he could be. And in the celebrity game, a lot of the NFL players who do play basketball do show up when it's time. And the Lions wide receiver, I know I'm going to butcher this because the last name is St. Brown. It's like Amon-Ra
St. Brown, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when they do the celebrity things, do the coaches actually? I wonder, whoever's going to be the coach, do they actually go to these celebrities and ask them, or does the league
I think the league sees who's available, who's interested, or who's big at the time, and then the coaches pick who they want on their team after that.
Because I'm just looking at, especially Anderson's team, and my God, what was he thinking? He's got a rapper.
He had several actors.
Dude Perfect, whatever the hell that means. Cody Jones, and it just says Dude Perfect. Samuel Liu.
Yep.
Actor. He had Olympics sprinter Andre DeGrasse. Then he had an influencer, Taylor Frankie Paul, a Suns governor, Matt Isabaya. Then he had white chocolate. Then he had a reality TV star, Nicholas Van Steenberg. Then a producer named Mustard.
Yep.
What? And then and then he had the football player, and then he had a creator, Adrian Nunes. He picked like barely any athletes. Like, I don't know what some of these actors and influencers look like, but just looking at what they say, I'm like, what? Yeah, I don't get it. But yeah, it's always fun to watch, though, the celebrities. Because they're just out there trying to have fun, but also show up and show that they have skills, but in a fun way.
Yeah. And I want to say it was either after that. It's normally late, and because there was something going on prior to the celebrity game that it happened late. The Rising Stars Challenge.
Oh yeah, their game, yeah. Whatever.
And the reason I'm making it a big deal is because this for a couple reasons. Cooper Flag, unfortunately, wasn't able to play. It was picked up on how they divided the Rising Stars, unlike the All-Star game, which was divided into 2 USA teams and a world team. I just miss East and West. I just wish they would just go back to that.
Well, they're doing the same thing the NHL does. They do like each division.
And then but
I don't like it neither. NHL does it, and I don't like it. It takes away from it to me. And the NHL makes it 3-on-3 when they do it too. So it's not even 5-on-5 hockey anymore. It's 3-on-3 for the All-Star game. It's like, don't get me wrong, the All-Star game I don't watch of hockey, but I do watch all the skills. I just don't watch the All-Star game because it's like 4 games. It's like 3 or 4 games now, and I'm like, that's just too much. I just want to watch one fun All-Star game. Because you remember back in the day, it was you get to see players play together. You don't get to see that you always wanted to see play together, like a Jordan and a Shaq, or a Jordan and Barkley, or Kobe and who else was, I don't know. Can't remember players that were out like they weren't on the same team with them at the time. And I'm trying to remember who was in the West and East when I'm saying the names too. Like, but it was fun to watch. Now you get that a little bit, but it's not the same. You want to see a whole bunch of them together. Like, you think late 80s, early 90s, you'd see like Isaiah Thomas with Michael Jordan and Larry Bird all on the same team instead of beating the hell out of each other. They were working together, having fun.
Right. But it didn't happen like that. We had to wait until the Dream Team for that to actually happen, or the All-Star game, but you always got 2 out of those 3 because Magic was to stay in the West. That's when teams were loyalty. They were happy with the program that they were with and made it work. They didn't jump from one team to another just to try to win a championship or whatever. That shows you how much time change. And yes, money talks, but it's also about being comfortable where you're surrounded at. Happy where you are. You are players back then, and this is where I'm really going to dive into it. Yes, money makes the world go round. Yes, you get your bag when you can. You do that in any job you're looking at. If you have an opportunity somewhere else, yes, you're going to pack up your stuff. You're going to go to that chance to take care of it. But it's, I mean, this is just the way how the world works now. Sometimes you sit in the office with the owners, with your general manager, you make deals on how we can help improve this franchise, because I thank you for drafting me. You gave me a wonderful life. And why do you think a lot of retired players and everything come back to their place to either have some form of something to do for that organization or anything? It's just some form of respect out of it if you leave on good terms. Not bouncing up to your 5th or 6th or 7th team because you're finally getting the money. I mean, I get it when you're older, yes, but
LeBron James.
There we go. All right. So the reason I brought up the Rising Stars team, because it was broken up into 4 teams. Team Vince Carter, team his cousin, T-Mac, team Carmelo's team, Carmelo Anthony, or Team Melo, and team Austin Rivers, who Austin Rivers had the G League All-Stars. So players from the G League played on Austin Rivers' team. Everybody else, all the other 3, actually picked theirs live or at one of the games during one of their intermissions or something. And yes, some of the rookies did not play due to injury, but it was nice because Team Vince won the entire thing. It was like only like 2 games. It was like a 2-game tournament. Team Melo played Team Austin. Team Melo won 40-34. The second game was Team Vince beating his cousin's team. So that family got some rivalry going on Thanksgiving. Vince won 41-36. And then Team Vince took on Team Melo, where the Philadelphia 76ers rookie shined. VJ Edgecombe and Team Vince was the difference maker on that team. But I also do want to point out they had a pair of brothers playing at this point as well, which was Roy Harper Jr. and Dylan Harper. One's on Celtics, one's on Spurs.
Seems to be a lot
Ron
of brothers
Harper
in the
Jr. is
league.
the older one.
Ron.
Yep, they were on Team Melo. They were on Team Melo.
Is his dad the Ron Harper I'm thinking of?
Yes, he is. The 4-time NBA champ. Yep.
Okay.
Mr. Defense.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Just wasn't sure. You know, just because it's junior doesn't always mean it's the one you know. That's crazy. All these kids, all these players' sons playing now. Makes me feel really old.
Oh, well, no, they faced each other. I'm sorry. The Harper brothers faced each other. One was on Team Austin. The other one was on Team Melo. So that's my fault. Got my thing mixed up. But I was just happy to say both of their names because they both sat down for a press conference with their dad. And I don't think we really wanted to know what Ron Harper was thinking. He let his expressions know. So that's how the thing went. I don't really know much about Saturday because I was actually not home on Saturday on Valentine's Day. I was actually at a bar for a concert in Dover, Delaware. That was interesting.
I saw your video on Facebook.
Jungle Dream.
I was just like, okay.
Yes. Jungle Dreams.
I was just like, okay.
You got to listen to the song called Eat Concrete.
I'm good right now.
It made me think of Kevin Owens' theme song.
Oh, God.
Yep.
So that's basketball, I guess, right?
No, we're not done basketball because we actually got the game itself.
Okay.
Like I said, the Stars and Stripes against, the Stars and Stripes, like I said, broken up into 3 teams. You got the Young Bucks, technically, that was on, were they on they were it's the Stars, I guess you would say, were the young ones. The Stripes were the old heads, and when I mean the old heads, KD, LeBron did play, so give him his props. He played. Yes, he did. Kawhi Leonard played. He had to fill in for someone who was injured, so that's why he was there, and also because it did take place at the new arena in the Clippers' home. And then like Victor Wembanyama was with Nikola. Now that's was a tough team to. If they really played hard and cared, it would have been something. I mean, I missed the first game. I caught the World facing the Stripes, which was the old heads game, and that one actually looked like they were playing hard. And Kawhi Leonard really lit it up because I think he had like 30 points in that game before they decided who was going to be the final. And yeah, I think this format was not good. Not good format. But because they went so hard, the old heads went so hard, pretty much like say it was the third quarter and they were facing the World, that when they played the Young Cats, which was Stars versus Stripes, so you got the Young Bucks against the old heads, and the old heads were so darn tired, they were getting spanked, and the final score was 47-21. Yes. Yes. That's only because they finally made some substitutions to get some of the other players off the bench for the Stripes, and that's how they got some of the points. Kawhi Leonard was so darn tired. I think he only had 2 points in that like fourth quarter type deal. Kevin Durant's shot was off because he was tired. LeBron's LeBron, so I ain't gonna say nothing like that. But Anthony Edwards won MVP, but he was the main reason why that score got scorched like that because he could not miss. I think at a point he was 8 for 8 shooting till he finally missed one. And he did serve up some nice alley oops to Duren, the center for the Detroit Pistons. Yeah. I'm not talking about the slam dunk contest because it was a lot of rookies, a lot of players who got picked up from the G League that got bumped up just for this to represent their team. I was kind of bummed that Matt McClung did not make it because he definitely said if his team wanted to, he would have definitely loved to have represented him. He even did a special video where he showed all the dunks he was going to do for this event, and so he didn't defend his title. But it was a player from the Miami Heat that ended up winning it. As you notice, I didn't even look up the name because knowing him, he's not even going to stay on the roster. So if he does, that's good. But it's like I'm probably like a 10-day contract if he is, because they're trying to finalize the roster because on the 19th, the NBA season starts back up.
So Thursday.
Yeah. Their little weekend break. Yeah.
Yep.
Thursday, Sixers host the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons, listen to me, think of football. The Atlanta Hawks.
Close enough to the same kind of bird. They're both birds, so it's easy to get them confused.
Yeah, 7 o'clock on Thursday on Comcast Sportsnet. And if you have Prime, you can catch the number 1 and the number 3 seed, Detroit, going to the Madison Square Garden to take on the Knicks on Prime on Thursday at 7:30. That's just the games with the cable listings on it or streaming. There you go. So, Josh, it is 7:30. There's things at the end I want to say that's off sports topic.
Okay, that's fine.
But
the rest of the stuff should go pretty quick. So
one actually is sports related. And I want to say this. Legendary, since we're talking about NBA, legendary head coach for the Denver Nuggets, Doug Moe, passes away at the age of 87. The reason I'm bringing him up, for those who have at least heard of the name, he's an ABA original who gained fame over a rumpled, irreverted, sometimes rated R decade as a coach for the Denver Nuggets in the 80s.
Yes.
he pretty much had an offense that revolutionized the NBA. That's why I wanted to mention him, because it wasn't just like he's like just a guy that I'm just saying. No, he helped change a game on the offensive end. Will always be remembered for his motion offense in the NBA. That's why it's important. And the equally entertaining shows he put on while prowling the bench during his coaching days. So he's one of the few coaches in the early 80s who was very more dramatic instead of just being there standing suit and tie. And basketball, if you ever seen old footage besides people tossing people around and stuff like that, no, he actually had man in motions and stuff like that throughout the offense.
Yes.
Which is why I'm trying to say
early start of big time, pretty much how Phil Jackson built
the triangle offense
also off of what he built, because of that motion offense and stuff like that. That's where Phil Jackson built that from.
Yeah, they said he used to call players stiff and much worse stuff.
Yes.
And he used more colorful language to drive points home to some of his favorite foils. Kiki Vandewidge, Danny Shades, and Bill Hanslick stood out the most from that. So from 1981 to 1990. So over 15 seasons technically as a head coach. He also had stints in San Antonio and Philadelphia 76ers, even though he never won a title. But his most memorable run coming in 1985 when his best Denver team fell to the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. He was the NBA Coach of the Year in 1988. His coaching record was 628 wins, 529 losses. So at least he was in the positive of victories in that margin. And plus, he was a player, but coaching.
Played in college.
Yes. Playing in the early 80s, man, it was something. All right. So the topic we were talking about, and what I wanted to address if I got on in time to talk to Josh about this, he did talk about hockey's all-star thing. That is what I want to talk about, is the all-star game. Because as you mentioned, hockey always seems like it's more entertaining on that side for the all-star game. Like, I could watch it and still have a good time watching it. Like, it's not like a normal game where you're like, I can miss it or something like that. It's still exciting to watch. Baseball at times is still able to watch the all-star game if you're a baseball fan. Because you still got the home run derby, and then that Sunday you got that game.
Now with baseball, it also, whoever wins NAL or AL gets the home advantage. So they make it so the players want to play. They give them a reason to actually try and not just goof off and whatever. Hockey, I don't like the format, like I said, of the game now, because they do like the NBA did this one where it's so the two East divisions play each other, and then the two West teams play each other, and then the winners play each other. I'm like, okay, but I want to watch just one big game, watch all these people play together. And with hockey, they also make each thing's 3-on-3.
Yeah.
So now you're even lessening how many all-stars I can see. Because if each team only has like 2 lines of 3-on-3 or 3 lines, a lot of all-stars aren't making it. People that could be all-stars aren't making it because there's not enough roster space.
Right.
So but the NHL makes it with their, especially with their skill. Like if you look at their skill thing, they make it very entertaining. Like the one thing they do for like this one shot thing, they even bring celebrities in. And they put like these weird obstacles where you shoot it from like top of the arena and see if you can make, or when they were in Vegas a couple years ago, they had it. They had this net thing set up in the middle of one of the fountains, and they were on the side, and you had to shoot the puck to see if you can make it in there. If you made it in there, you got points in, or how close you got points to win the event. Like they make it fun and think outside the box. And that's what other sports are not doing.
Right. But speaking of that though, because I also did enjoy when they had the skills competition, because you had
they still do.
It's so which they fun. Still do. But because you actually had like popular players do those skills challenges that did make you watch one. And then the encouraging thing of it is because if you had a dream of always playing in the NHL, you normally would go out because your favorite player shows off his skills, makes you actually want to go outside and practice yourself because he could do it. I know that's how a lot of kids, our generation, used to imagine things. I'm hoping that some kids still do these days. Like, I guess after us, it was like people wanted to be like Kobe, or because, every time shot went up, Kobe.
Just like we used to say, Jordan.
Yep.
Jordan. Or MJ.
Yep. So it's yeah, like that was fun and enjoyable. And it's a shame, like, now if you were playing as commissioner, you notice your views aren't where they should be. You're losing views technically. You're having all these dumb scandals popping up. And I can actually come out and say it, is that you're at this brand new arena hoping to bring new life to the NBA, and a lot of seats were empty. Yes, even putting the lights, trying to dim it and put these LED lights on it, it didn't help because you still could see those empty seats. And most of it is because it's in Los Angeles. The ticket prices were way too high. So even fans who just want to go really couldn't afford it, because I think the nosebleed section alone was over $1,000, and then $80 for parking.
Now, I will say, not even just because it's in Los Angeles, but that definitely makes it worse. But and this is pretty much all the All-Star games. The prices are too expensive now. The everyday person like you and me can't go.
No. Which is a shame.
Which
is a shame.
We're the people you want there at the All-Star game. We're the people that they're playing for. We're the ones that give you are the fans, and you want to be there. These, like, I get it. Don't get me wrong, some celebrities are big fans of the sport, different sports that they go to. But some only go because they know it'll get their name out there. They'll get on TV because they're there. Or because it's the All-Star game and the NBA or the NHL, NFL reached out to them. Oh, can you be there? We'll be sure you get on camera and we'll throw you a little bit of money or something like that. It's not made for the fans anymore. That's the problem.
No.
No.
I don't even know who they're even trying to target. Like, that's sad. You don't even know what audience, because it used to be about the audience you would target. And it's too much of the sponsors.
It's all about who's going to throw them money. Who can they get to throw them money? Or the league money? Or the arena money? And it's not just the All-Star game. It's the Super Bowl. It's WrestleMania. It's every big event that they can get money off of. It's all about the money anymore. It's not about the fans anymore. Even like regular season games are becoming too expensive for the regular fan to go to half the time. And we talked about this months ago. We touched on ticket prices. It's crazy. And it comes back to it. A lot of it all comes back to the money. The leagues, the arenas are all too much about how can we make our pockets better. Not about are we putting the right product out for our fans? Are our fans enjoying this? And like I said, the NHL, I may not like the style they do the All-Star game, but apparently it's been working over the last few years. The viewers have gone up some.
Which is good. I mean, in a way,
so
whatever NHL is doing, it is bringing a lot of their fan base back. Actually watching games. ESPN now picked up a good portion of a lot of their games. And since they're partnered, and TNT also, since they lost the NBA, they definitely capitalized on the NHL, which was smart.
But
I think Prime also did too. I think Prime did too. Because Prime shows a couple.
Yeah, they don't have a lot, but they got a few this year. Yeah.
So
it's mostly ESPN and TNT, and then of course whatever your local sports team channel is.
Yeah.
Ours is Comcast. Well, it used to be Comcast. Now it's NBC Sports, whatever. Philly or whatever.
And that's the sad thing too, dude. Like, that is supposed to be like, how would you say it? A big deal. It's supposed to be a big deal on that channel because it's the return back to NBC after that long absent.
Comcast.
The dude even that did the NBA on NBC theme song was in the audience.
Well,
What's his name? Josh Trash?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I said it right. I think I said it right. Yeah, but it's a joke because like only I guess you could say the rich are the only ones able to go to these games.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Especially hockey prices are still high for the All-Star game too. But they're not as high as the NBA and stuff. I don't know why. I don't know how they do it. How they make it work.
I don't get that.
But they make it work. And I know the NHL gets a lot of their views to come in, especially All-Star weekend, for the skills. The skills competition is so fun to watch. Fastest skater, because you actually have the fastest skaters in the league going against each other. It's not just who's popular and who do you think people want to see. They actually go for people that are known for being fast. Let's figure out who the fastest skater is. Same thing with hardest slap shot. Okay, let's see who you're known for having a hard slap shot. Let's have the best five go up against each other. Figure it out. Who's the best? And these are some of them don't even make the All-Star game, but they're in the skills game.
Yeah,
they're there for the skills because the league knows what people they listen to what the fans say. We want to see the best
of the best
compete against the best in slap shotting. We don't want McDavid, who is known for being a speedster, taking us in the hardest slap shot contest. He's not known for that. Why are we watching him in that? He's in the skating contest because that's what he's known for, being the quickest skater. Boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And now the dunk contest has always been about having fun and stuff like that for the NBA. NHL does have that. They have the breakaway contest where people do the fancy stuff like they do in the slam dunk contest. A couple years ago, Zigris came out wearing a Superman cape and did all this weird, crazy spin. Yeah.
But it was entertaining.
They have their creative thing like the slam dunk contest, but their other skills one just so much more entertaining to me than some of the other sports' competitions that they have for the skills. And like I said earlier, NHL does stuff even with the celebrities and the NHL players and stuff, and they mix it up and make it a fun competition. There he goes, leaving me again. They make it a fun competition that's outside the box that you don't regularly see. Why does he hit buttons? Stop hitting buttons.
That's why I don't touch the comments.
There's really hasn't been any.
There hasn't been.
I would have highlighted something if you know that.
Yeah, I know that. I was just curious.
just the all NHL just listens to the fans and makes it fun and entertaining, and they think outside the box with some of these competitions to change it up every year and make it different. Like I said, they had the one where you're shooting off the top. I think it was in Vegas. They did the one outside with the fountain, but they also did one inside where they were shooting up from where they do the wind up thing when they start the games, and they were shooting from on there, trying to shoot like half ice and stuff and get set fireworks off. They make it fun. They make it's entertaining for the people doing it, the competition, and for the fans watching it to see if somebody can make this impossible shot and make the fireworks go off and stuff. It's fun to watch, and it keeps you interested because you want to see if somebody actually does it or not. But all in all, sports need to make the All-Star games entertaining again. I agree with that 100%. They need to make it entertaining. They need to listen to the fans and see what the fans want from it. And
especially to bring the views back. You want views? Well, you got to start. Yes, not everybody, but you take a poll, you see what most of your fan base wants, and you go around that.
And you see if it's something you can do.
Yep. And see if it's manageable. My thing is, because it's not just for the All-Star game, because you want your populars to do it. Because you see the 3-point contest probably had the most views ever this year because of who was in it. You actually had key players in that
now
for the 3-point contest.
I did see this earlier, and I wanted to say, but you were just going, so I let you go.
Okay, go ahead.
It was at the beginning. Now, this NBA All-Star game was the highest, had the most views since, or like viewership was the highest since 2011. Not saying it beat it by much them years, but it was just, I did read that it was the highest views they've had since 2011. Not saying that it was a lot more, or that it was higher than 2011, but it was the most they've had. So, I guess that's a little bit.
I guess you gotta take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually see the numbers broke down and stuff. It's hard to say if that's a big positive or just that because I don't know the actual numbers. So I can't say nothing on that. But since we do only have like 10 minutes left, let's run it through some other stuff real quick. WNBA still at a stall with their stuff. Brianna Stewart is signed with a European team, so it looks like she's not coming back to the WNBA. Maybe she sees the writing on the walls getting out before the strike happens.
Yeah.
But other than with the WNBA, they're still on stall. Unrivaled they're getting close to closing up their tournament. They had a big thing go this weekend. And they had two sisters versus each other or something like that. Crystal was telling me, and she's probably going to yell at me because I didn't write it down or remember it all. Now they are getting ready to do, I believe this week coming up or soon they're going to be at the Barclays Center in New York, kind of like they did here. So we'll keep an eye on that and see what their numbers are, because if their numbers are high yet again, that just proves that the WNBA players are right and they need to be given money. That just helps their argument if they keep pulling in money in these shows and stuff like that they're doing.
Right.
That's all I really got for the WNBA, because there's not much since they're on stall. They're stalled with the talks, stuff like that. Baseball does start. Preseason games start Friday for a lot of teams. There is some controversy going on right now in baseball. The MLB PA director, so your player association director, Tony Clark, resigns.
Ooh.
After amid federal investigations of him having an affair with his sister-in-law or something like that. So yeah, there's some craziness going on over there. That's all I really got for baseball. Also, we can move on to Olympics. So Olympics, especially with hockey.
Look at that smile. Go ahead.
We'll start with the women. USA set a record. They set a record. They are the first. This year's women's team was the first team ever in Olympics history to hold the women's Canadian team to a shutout. They beat them 5-0. I think it was either Wednesday or Thursday of last week. And that is record as the first time that the women's Canadian team has ever been shut out.
Oh.
And the USA did it. Let's go.
Let's
go USA. Let's go. USA women are, hold on, let me actually bring that up. Why I'm talking about it. Hold on. Why'd that go off of there? My damn computer's acting up. My internet stuff. Let's see. I believe. Just give me a second for the schedule to come up. Because I want to be sure I get this right. So who's in the final? And it looks like for the gold for women, we will get a rematch of USA versus Canada to see who gets the gold medal. That's going to be a good one. That is on Thursday.
USA. Let's
go USA. Yes, all the way. That should be a fun game to watch. We'll let you know next week what happens. Now moving on to the men's hockey, where we are starting the quarterfinals tomorrow. When you got Slovakia versus Germany, Canada versus the Czechs.
The Czechs?
Slovakia.
Oh. I thought you were telling me we need to check something.
No, the Czechs, the Czechoslovakia.
I'm betting.
Or however the hell you say it. Then you also have Finland versus Switzerland. That'll be a fun game to watch. And then also U.S. versus Sweden. That's going to be a tough game for the U.S. Sweden is good. Very, very good team. That's going to be a tough battle. USA's looked very good so far, though, in the Olympics, as has Sweden and Canada, as always. They're some of the top teams always. When are their finals? Their finals aren't until Saturday, which means NHL hockey don't start till sometime next week. Of course, we'll keep you updated next week. We'll let you know who brings in what medals. There's also been some controversy in the figure skating in the Olympics, with the couple skate, what do you want to call it? Apparently, USA came in second place to Korea, I think it was, or something like that. And there's controversy with the judge because apparently that judge low scored every other country but his own country and high scored them, and which gave them enough points to take the gold.
Oh.
So there's investigation.
Yeah.
Also, I know. So there's that, and I know USA was also disappointed in the men's solo. because the quad god, as they call him, did not win the gold. I do not know who won the gold, but I know he didn't win. So I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed.
Yeah. Yep.
Because he was favored.
He was favored, and the backlash from that.
But I know the couple one is definitely the big thing with the investigation and stuff like that. And also, like I said last week, there's concerns because this is the second Olympics between the winter and the summer where people's medals were falling apart and stuff as when they got like almost right after they got them and stuff like that. So there's more being looked into that still too. It's a shame. And these athletes take all this time to get ready for the Olympics and then are going through this with the medals and stuff the last couple. Not cool. Hopefully they get it figured out. Stuff like that. And with NHL coming back next week, I believe next weekend might be the trade deadline.
The trade deadline is when they return. Yep.
Yeah. So there'll be a lot of NHL news coming up soon with the trades and stuff like that. I'll be keeping you updated after they happen. I'll be talking about them and stuff like that and my thoughts on some of them, depending on what happens. That's all I got. Anything else from you, good sir?
Yes, sir. You know I do. You know I do. And with that being said, this morning, I think a lot of y'all woke up to hearing the news. Reverend Jesse Jackson, civil rights leader, activist, also president candidate from, I think he ran twice. I want to say it was either 85 and 88, if I'm not mistaken. Passed away today.
That's 3 already this week because the actor Robert Duvall.
Yep, and Robert Duvall was yesterday. Yep, and I was going to say him too.
That's 3.
Robert Duvall, he was yesterday, and wasn't there someone else?
Not that I remember seeing. But
Catherine O'Hara was last week.
Well, yeah, that was last week.
I think a lot of people grown up with
Home Alone.
Schitt's Creek was one of the newer projects, and she was also on a new series called Studio that I think she even won an award for. I know Seth Rogen got the award for that show, because he's producing it, and everything else. But Robert Duvall was a big one because, I mean, Godfather, for those who aren't familiar with that. My favorite book, yes, I actually read books. To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yep.
That's
Gone in 60 seconds.
Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds. He was
so many good movies.
Man, it's a shame, and especially with like Jesse Jackson being the one today.
Yeah.
And we still got 2 weeks left, and after this week, we have 1 week left of February.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, it's something. That's all I got.
Well, yeah, Deadhead. The Three Doors Down singer passed away last week or the week before. I believe it was cancer.
Yeah.
And James Vanderbeer.
Jamie Vanderbeek.
Passed away cancer
from his battle cancer.
Since we're talking about sports, I don't want your life. Varsity Blues.
I
don't want your life.
10.
I get a 10. That's 3. The 3 main actors from that are gone. Billy Bob passed away. Paul Walker passed away. Mox passed away. We got Tweeter Got the new Twitter internet. He's still alive. He's still hanging in there.
I was gonna say Twitter's still alive.
Twitter, he's still alive. He the only one.
He the only one left
of the guys. Well, no, and the running back. I can't remember his name.
Twitter was the receiver.
Yeah, the running back was the I can't remember his name, but he heard his name at the end. Can't remember his name or the actor. And I hate to say this, but he was the only black. He was the black guy.
He was the token black guy because of that city, the town they played in.
Yeah. Yeah. The last week and a half has been pretty bad. R.I.P. to all of them. Crazy.
That was such a good movie too. So underrated.
What's crazy is the day he passed. Now, I cut cable. I don't have cable, so I watch Pluto TV. It's free.
Yeah.
They show all their movies. Varsity Blues was on. And it was just starting as I came home. I was like, darn right I'm putting that on. I don't want your line. That's my favorite line from it. Just the way he says it to his dad. I don't want your line. And then walks out.
Yeah. It was just a damn good.
Yes.
Good
film, football
man.
movie. Great football movie.
And you really never knew. And when I watched it at the time, Jamie Vanderbeek was the only big star I knew from that show because of Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, Paul Walker hadn't blown up yet.
Paul Walker hasn't blown up yet because he was still young.
Yep. It was before he did Fast and all that. Yep.
Yep.
And Scott Conn hadn't. No one really knew who he was.
Nobody knew who he was yet.
I believe that might have been his first movie. That's something I'd have to find out, but I believe that might be Scott Conn's first movie. R.I.P. James Caan.
Yep. R.I.P. man. Like, damn.
His dad was a great actor. Godfather. Him and Robert Duvall were like really good friends in real life. Especially because of playing Godfather together.
Just a shame. Just a shame.
But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up now.
Yeah.
As always, thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Yes. Yes.
Don't forget to
comments,
subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we post stuff, and come join us every Tuesday at 7.
Yay.
Join us live every Tuesday. As always, I'm just Josh.
And I'm Will.
That's my tag team partner. And we will. Oh, look at this guy. He thinks he's cool and stuff with his shirt. We'll catch you on the next one. Stop promoting other people's stuff on our stuff, even though I know it's you. But we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Peace.
Thank you. Peace.